Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lingua Lens English. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Deezy. We're so excited you're here with us today. So, Daniel, let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt really lost?
Okay. Honestly, 2 years ago. I had just finished university, and everyone around me seemed to have this perfect plan. My friends were getting great jobs, some were getting married, others were traveling the world. And me? I was sitting in my bedroom eating cereal at 3 p.m., wondering what the heck I was supposed to do with my life.
Oh, no. That sounds terrible, but also really relatable.
Right? And the worst part was, I felt like I was the only one. Like everyone else had this secret manual for life, and I somehow missed getting my copy.
Yes. And you know what? I think this happens to everyone. Students finishing school, people changing careers, even when you move to a new country and everything feels different.
Exactly. And for our English learners listening, maybe you feel lost about your language journey too. Like, am I improving? Will I ever speak fluently? What should I study next?
Oh, that's such a good point. Learning a language can feel overwhelming sometimes. There's grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. Where do you even start?
But here's what I learned, and this is really important. Feeling lost isn't a problem to solve quickly. It's actually information.
Ooh, explain that. What do you mean, information?
Well, when you feel lost, your brain is basically saying, hey, we need to figure out what's important to us right now. It's like your internal GPS recalculating the route.
I love that analogy. So, what did you do when you were feeling lost 2 years ago?
Okay, so first I did what most people do. I panicked. I applied to like 50 jobs I didn't even want. I compared myself to everyone on social media. I basically made everything worse.
Oh no, classic mistake.
Right? But then my sister said something that changed everything. She said, Daniel, instead of asking, what should I do? Try asking, what do I actually enjoy?
Wow, that's brilliant. Such a simple shift, but so powerful.
Exactly. So I made a list, not of jobs or careers, but of moments when I felt really happy and energized. And you know what I discovered? Almost all of them involved helping people learn something new.
And now look at you, you're helping thousands of people learn English every week.
Exactly. But Daisy, what about you? You mentioned feeling lost about your career last month.
Oh, yeah. So I was working in marketing and it paid well, but I felt so empty. Every Monday morning, I'd think, I can't do this for the rest of my life. But I was scared to change because, bills, responsibilities, all of that.
Totally understandable. Fear keeps us stuck sometimes.
Right. But then I remembered something my grandmother used to say. Daisy, if you're not a little bit scared, you're probably not growing. So I started asking myself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid?
And what was the answer?
Teaching. I'd always loved helping people, explaining things, seeing that moment when someone finally understands something. So I started volunteering as an English tutor on weekends.
And how did that feel?
Daniel, it felt like coming home. Like, oh, right, this is who I am. Within 3 months, I knew I had to make a change.
That's amazing. And now you're here doing what you love.
Exactly. But the key thing is, I didn't quit my job immediately. I tested the waters first. I think that's really important when you're feeling lost. Take small steps, not huge jumps.
That's perfect advice, Daisy. So let's give our listeners some practical steps they can take today. Because when you're feeling lost, you need actions, not just ideas.
Yes. Okay, so tip number 1, start with tiny experiments. Don't try to figure out your whole life in one day. Just try something small.
Love it. Like if you're not sure about your English learning, don't buy 10 new books. Maybe just try watching one English movie this week without subtitles. See how it feels.
Exactly. Tip number 2, talk to someone you trust. When we're lost, we tend to isolate ourselves, but other people can see things we can't.
So true. Sometimes you need an outside perspective. Maybe call a friend and say, "Hey, when do you think I seem happiest?" You might be surprised by their answer.
And tip number 3, write down your thoughts. I know, it sounds boring, but it really works. Spend 10 minutes writing about how you're feeling. Don't worry about grammar or making it perfect. Just get it out of your head.
Yes, and here's why this works. When thoughts are just floating around in your mind, they feel huge and scary. But when you write them down, they become manageable. They become problems you can actually solve.
Exactly. And tip number 4, remember that feeling lost is temporary. I promise you, this feeling will pass. You won't feel this way forever.
That's so important to remember. When you're in the middle of feeling lost, it feels permanent. But think about it. Have you ever felt confused about something and then later figured it out? Of course you have.
Right. Like when you first started learning English. Remember how confusing everything seemed? But look at you now. You're understanding this entire conversation.
Exactly. And our final tip, be patient with yourself. You don't need to have all the answers right now. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be figuring things out.
Yes, life isn't a race. Everyone's timeline is different, and that's perfectly normal.
Okay, everyone, let's quickly recap what we've talked about today.
First, feeling lost is completely normal, and it's actually your brain asking important questions.
Second, instead of asking, "What should I do?" try asking, "What do I enjoy?" or "What would I do if I wasn't afraid?"
Third, take small steps and experiment. You don't need to change your whole life overnight.
And finally, talk to people, write down your thoughts, and remember, this feeling is temporary. You will figure it out.
And you know what? If you're listening to this and feeling lost about your English learning, remember that every single fluent English speaker felt confused at some point. Even native speakers are still learning new words.
So true. Learning is a lifelong journey, and that's what makes it exciting. All right, everyone, it's time for our favorite part of the show, vocabulary breakdown with our expert, Evelyn.
Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daisy. And hello to all you wonderful learners out there.
Hey, Evelyn, we covered some really useful words today. Which ones do you want to explain?
Great question. I picked 6 words that I think will be super helpful for daily English. Let's start. Overwhelmed. This means you have too much to do or think about, and it feels stressful. For example, I feel overwhelmed by all the grammar rules in English. Recalculating. This is what GPS does when you take a wrong turn. It finds a new route. For example, my brain is recalculating my career plans. Test the waters. This means to try something carefully before making a big commitment. For example, before changing careers, I decided to test the waters by volunteering. Isolate. To separate yourself from other people. For example, when I'm sad, I sometimes isolate myself, but talking to friends always helps. Perspective. Your point of view or way of seeing things. For example, sometimes you need another person's perspective to understand a situation. Timeline. The schedule or speed at which things happen in your life. For example, don't worry if your timeline is different from your friends' timelines.
Fantastic explanations, Evelyn. These words will definitely help our listeners express themselves better.
Thanks. Remember, everyone, try to use these words in your own sentences this week. Practice makes perfect.
Wow, what an episode. I hope everyone feels a little less alone if they're going through a confusing time right now.
Absolutely. And remember, feeling lost is often the first step to finding something amazing. Some of the best discoveries happen when we're brave enough to explore new paths.
So true. And speaking of paths, we want to hear about yours. Send us a voice message or write to us. Tell us about a time when you felt lost and how you found your way.
Yes, we love hearing your stories. And if you enjoy this episode, please hit that like button, share it with a friend who might need to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe to Lingua Lens English.
Before we go, here's a question for you to think about this week. What's one small step I could take today to move towards something that excites me?
Don't overthink it, just one small step. Maybe it's sending one email, having one conversation, or trying one new thing.
Perfect. Thanks for spending your time with us today, everyone. We appreciate you so much.
Until next week, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, it's okay not to have all the answers. Take care.
Bye, everyone.